Hi, friends. We're going to jump into phonics now. Make sure you have a pencil with you, an eraser, and page number 275, 276. It's the page that's got like the two circles and they're kind of overlapping. We're going to be doing a comparison on crocodiles and alligators, and in the middle section we're going to be writing what they have in common. So what is the same about those two? So that's going to be awesome. That's the first time we've done this in first grade. But before we jump into that, I'm going to share my screen really quick, and then we're going to go over again, adding in bigger and est in biggest to some words and when you're supposed to do that. Remember, we're going to review really quick. When you add in bigger er, it's when you're comparing only two things. Then you're going to add est in biggest est when the adjective is comparing three or more, okay? So you're going to circle the correct adjective in each sentence. Let's read the first one together. My grandpa is the old person in our family, older person in our family, or oldest person in our family. My grandpa is the, what do you think? Well, in a family, is it just one person? No. Is it just two people? Usually when you're talking about a family, it's like a bigger group of people, right? So oldest is what makes more sense there because it's comparing three or more. So if grandpa is the oldest person, we're comparing him to a lot of people in the family, not just one or two people. All right, next. I am old than my little sister. I am older than my little sister, or I am oldest than my little sister. Probably older, right? Because it's only you and the little sister. That's two, comparing two things. Okay, I'm going to read you a paragraph really quick that talks about crocodiles and alligators. We're going to write two things about each animal under the name, and then write two ways that the animals are the same where they overlap. Now the overlap means this, where they kind of go on top of each other, okay? All right, guys. Did you know that both crocodiles and alligators live in Everglades National Park? Florida is the only place in the United States where both of these reptiles live. Many people cannot tell the difference between them, but you can. Both of these animals are reptiles. They build nests and they hatch from eggs. But there are many differences. A crocodile is green and has a pointed nose. When its mouth is closed, some of its upper and lower teeth show, making it look as if it were smiling. I remember that one time we were talking about alligators and crocodiles, and I think I mentioned that I didn't know how to tell the difference. And I remember Jaden told me this fact about crocodiles, that whenever they have their mouth closed, their teeth show, they stick out, kind of like they're smiling. So thank you, Jaden. I didn't know that before you told me that. So its upper and lower teeth show, making it look as if it were smiling. An alligator is black, which that's a fact I didn't know, and has rounded nose. When it closes its mouth, only the upper teeth show. If you visit Everglades National Park, you may see an alligator, but you probably will not see the shy crocodile. Okay, so we're looking for two things in every section. What is one thing we can say about alligators? Alligators are what color? Black. So we can write black because they're black, which that's a fact that I didn't even know. I would have said that both of them were green because we've always ever seen cartoons and pictures of alligators that are green. I've always thought that alligators and crocodiles were both green, but I just learned something. Alligators are black and crocodiles are the ones that are green. All right. And let's see. What is another fact about an alligator? What about the rounded nose? What kind of nose do they have? They have the rounded nose. And we only need two facts, so there's two for the alligators. And what kind of a nose does the crocodile have? You remember what it said? It's a pointed nose. Perfect. So that's done. And what are two things that are the same about them? Oh, did I hear someone say this? They're both reptiles. Very good. And they live in Florida. Nice. Perfect. That was easy. Okay, now your favorite part, dictation. Well, actually, I'm going to leave that like this so you guys can see it still. All right, for dictation, I'm going to have you guys say this and then write it. Are you ready? Warmest day. Today was the warmest day of the week. Warmest day. Think about the special sounds. War and warm. Warmest day. And then the next one is coolest night. It's kind of the opposite, right? We have a warmest day and a coolest night. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to flip over to the back. And on the back, it wants us to read the sentences, circle the adjectives that describe the underlined noun, and then draw a small arrow from the adjective to the noun it describes. Remember we did this already? Okay, we're going to do it again. So, American crocodiles live in dark salt water. Well, what kind of crocodiles are they? What's the word that's describing crocodiles? It is American. We're talking about the American crocodiles. There you go. And American is describing the crocodile, so you're drawing an arrow there. Live in dark salt water. What kind of water are we talking about? Salt water. All right. Mother crocodiles lay 20 to 60 eggs. Whoa, that's a lot of eggs. In dry nests made out of dirt. What kind of crocodiles do this? Well, the mother crocodiles. And how many eggs? Well, there's two of them there, two words, so 20 and 60. And then what kind of nests? Dry nests. Good job, guys. Are you keeping up with me? I hope I'm not going too fast. All right. A warmer nest hatches male crocodiles, but a cooler nest hatches female crocodiles. There's another fact I didn't know. What kind of a nest? Warmer nest. What kind of crocodiles? Male. And what kind of a nest? A cooler nest is going to hatch the females. Nice. All right, last one. Baby crocodiles eat little fish, small insects, and even snails. So what kind of crocodiles do this? We're talking about the baby crocodiles. Draw your arrow to describe the crocodile. We're talking about baby ones. What kind of fish are we describing? Little fish. And what kind of insects? The small kind. Good job. All right, number 2. Imagine that you're on a boat trip in Everglades National Park. Write an adjective for each of the nouns that describe your trip. Remember to make each adjective answer what kind or how many. Remember, a good adjective is always going to answer what kind, how many. So what kind of water are we talking about? How many water? That doesn't really make sense, but what kind of water totally makes sense. When I think of water, I think of blue. Even though probably the water that I imagine alligators living in is like swampy and like green and like a dark colored, but still for some reason, water, I think blue. So I wrote blue, but you can write any other adjective you'd like, okay? And let's look at boat. When I think of a boat on this trip, I'm thinking of a fast boat, right? Go ahead and write fast. What kind of a boat? A fast boat. What about a snake? What describes a snake? A slithering snake, a slimy snake. I think long, because snakes are long. A long snake. And what kind or how many crocodiles? I'd like to say a green crocodile. And what kind of sky? I think of clear sky. Since we already used blue, blue could be a good one. But I'm thinking a clear sky where it's not raining, because it rains a lot in Florida, actually. Even when it's a hot, sunny day, it could just start raining out of the blue. All right, guys. Let's skip on down to number 3. Write a or an in the blanks. Olivia, oh, I know an Olivia. Olivia flew on a airplane with her family, or Olivia flew on an airplane with her family. Remember, you use an with when it starts with a vowel, and you use a when it starts with a consonant. So airplane starts with a vowel, so it's an. Ethan has a pet hamster, or Ethan has an pet hamster. That sounds kind of weird. Plus, pet starts with a consonant, so we know it's a. An orange cat sat in the sunny window, or a orange cat sat in the sunny window. Kind of tricky, but it's an orange cat because orange starts with a vowel. All right. I will eat a snack after school, or I will eat an snack after school. Snack starts with a consonant, so it's a snack. Wow, I feel like we were going through this really quick. You guys are good. All right, last section. Oh, I don't even need to do that. That way you guys have time to. All right, circle the correct adjective in each sentence. Remember, this is and bigger, ER is when you're comparing two things. And est and biggest, EST, is when you're comparing three or more things, all right? The eastern indigo snake is the large snake in the United States, the larger snake in the United States, or the largest snake in the United States? Well, we're talking about one snake compared to a whole bunch of species of snakes. So it would be largest, because that's more than three. There's so many. If you guys have ever been to the reptile like showcase at the zoo, isn't there so many reptiles, so many snakes specifically? All types. There's boas, there's like vipers, there's rattlers, there is, what else? A whole bunch. Garden snakes, water snakes, all types of snakes. Ugh, creeping me out just thinking about it. All right, next. Ben's orange is juicy than my tangerine. Ben's orange is juicier than my tangerine, or Ben's orange is juiciest than my tangerine. Well, we're talking about Ben's orange and my tangerine, so we're only comparing two things. So it's and bigger, ER. Ben's orange is juicier. So it's a good thing that we're using every single word, because sometimes we could get tricked, or sometimes two words might sound like they could fit, but we want to always choose the best answer that fits, okay? So always when you're reading it, just like we did now, Ben's orange is, and then go through every single one and try every single option they're giving you just to see which one sounds the best. There's always one that's going to sound better, but sometimes maybe one or two might sound like it could be the answer, but to rule it out, always do every single one and go back and read them in the sentence and see which one sounds best, okay? That's just a tip. All right, next. This is the warm weather we have had all year. There's got to be a better one. This is the warmer weather we've had all year. That doesn't make sense. This is the warmest weather we've had all year. Well, we're comparing the weather for all year. There are 365 days in a year. Does that sound like more than three? Oh yeah, that's definitely more than three. So comparing more than three, that's going to be est and biggest, EST. All right, friends. I'm going to go ahead and stretch really quick. That was pretty good. We did that so fast. I'm going to stop sharing here so I could see your faces. Awesome, guys. So we will meet back for our math. All right. We'll see you. Bye, friends.